man. Look at him. Hey y'all, it's Chelsea, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a weekly reading vlog. It is Monday. There is no better way to celebrate a Monday than a margarita, am I right? By the way, for those who don't know, because I didn't, Taco Cabana has a happy hour. This only cost me $2. I love a cheap margarita. Following up on my last vlog, the car is home, but it is still broken. It'll probably be broken until September. It is what it is. Just tack it on to the list. In terms of reading, I have still not picked up an audiobook. I have officially quit audiobooks. I don't miss it. I don't care. I spend my days listening to Bandsplain. Today I learned that Tupac loved the Counting Crows. Yes, they sang the Shrek song. I wonder what Tupac would have thought about Shrek. I am reading. I'm still in a slump, but I am reading. I'm still reading Air. I'm about 70% of the way through. I'm hoping to mostly finish it tonight. I'm really liking it, probably settling on a 4-star. It is technically like its own series, but it is set in the Ember and the Ashes world. It takes place 20 years after the series finishes, so I'm not going to go into any more like detail because I feel like any specifics will spoil you for that series, and that's no fun. Big news for today. Autobiography by Morrissey finally came in through the library, so I will be starting that next. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Also, my fucking Kindle Unlimited keeps not renewing, so at 2 a.m. this morning, I re-downloaded all of my fucking KU books again for the second time. I don't have anything on the agenda tonight. We're obviously not going anywhere. So I'm just gonna shower, read, play with kittens, and I'll just bring y'all along. No plans for the week, as usual. Hi, Mama Zess. Mama Zess. Good boy. Good boy, Daddy. No, you didn't. Hello, people of the vlog. Don't you just love my camera angles? This is what happens when you use your phone and have no tripods. But I have you up on my shelves because we have something very important to discuss. Sometimes I get the burning desire to unhaul books, and today is the day. We're getting rid of Throne of Glass, bitch. I'm done. I don't want them anymore. I don't want them. They're going. All of them. Everyone. They all suck. Can't even get far enough in the series to know if they all suck. This is not even all of them. This one. I feel really bad because my mom got me these, but I know that she wouldn't want me to hold on to books that I don't like. Sir, I need this box. May I have this box? Sir. Little boy. So we're going to put them all in this really nice box, and we're going to sell them. I'm so happy. But they're in. They're gonna go. I want them out of the house. From higher this time, we're on the top shelf. I'm also getting rid of my Shadowhunter books. Because honestly, they're all this big, and there's just so many of them. And I read them when they first get released, and I never touch them again. And the only series I reread is the Lady Midnight series. These ones just sit here. I don't even have the full set. My friend Tabby has 6 of them, and she's had them for like 3 years, and I haven't missed them at all. But these are all gonna go. We're saying goodbye. Bye-bye. Tuesday, everybody. I am really tired today. I didn't give you a reading update last night because I fell asleep, but I did do much reading. So I finished Air. I finished it. I wasn't ready for it to be over when it was. I read the last sentence and I turned the page and it was the acknowledgements and I was just like, oh, fuck. So I really liked it. I'm excited for book 2. I will say I think Ember in the Ashes is the stronger series for many, many reasons. But I do think that this is a really solid YA, especially considering it is like a spin-off series of it. It takes place in the same world. The world is expanding. And those don't always do the greatest. But this one wasn't bad. I settled on a 4 stars. I'm not sure if I want to own it physically, even though I am quite fond of the Walmart edition because I like purple. But I don't know. Ask me again in October because as you saw, I'm unhauling like crazy. So the last thing I'm really thinking about is bringing books in. But I still have the e-arc on my Kindle. So if, I still technically have it. It's fine. Though I know that when she sent off her final revisions, like there's something in there that's different than what's in the arc. So I don't know, but it was really good. I've always loved Sabbatahir though, but please, for the love of God, read Ember in the Ashes first before going into this one. I know that you can read it without having read Ember, but I think you'll be doing yourself a great disservice if you just jump into Air. I think you'll get so much more out of it and things will make so much more sense like right off the bat if you have that extra context. But that's just me. Y'all do you. So of course when I finished that I had to dive into Autobiography by Morrissey. I've been dying to get my hands on this book after Yasi continuously quoted it during the Smiths episodes of Bandsplain. I need the drama and I'm ready for it. I feel like I'm going to post quotes to my Instagram story of it whenever I find like funny ones. I've done it once so far. I wanted to do it a lot more times, but some of the sentences are just really long, so they're not really conducive to an Instagram story. But I'm very early on. He's still a child. Like I'm like 5% in, if that, or 2%. Like I didn't get very far. I did stay up past my bedtime, but I didn't get very far in it. I'm gonna read more of it this morning, which is really nice because we all know I've been in a huge slump. So thank God for Sabbatahir and Morrissey, I guess. I don't have any plans for today other than going to work. I don't think there's anything we have to do like once I come home. I know Beeb said that she was going to clean the house today because she's just in one of those moods. You know how you get in those moods where you need to clean or you'll tear your eyes out. And she's in one of those moods. So I'm really excited to see what I come home to today. And honestly, like I could unhaul more books. I'm looking up here and I just don't want to hold on to so many anymore. It's the craziest thing. Like things are shifting. Things are shifting. S, why are you on Mama's book, S? Thursday. For some reason, I thought it was Wednesday, so I'm actually really happy to see that it's Thursday. I apologize about all of these early morning ugly library angle updates. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I didn't update you yesterday because I think I'm going to start my period soon. I was feeling really emotional. I was really missing Ween, and I did not want to be perceived. So I didn't update. So Beebs and I went after work and sold my Throne of Glass books and my Shadowhunter books. And then when we came home, what did I do? I unhauled more books, which I'll show you later. They're in my closet. I don't know. I'm really in the mood to just downsize. And my shelves are so trashed. So maybe this weekend we'll go through and do a little bit of reorganizing. I'm not sure. I've just reached the point where it's like, why am I holding on to all of these books if I'm never going to return to them? And like, I know that I'm not. Like, I unhauled To All the Boys I Loved Before because I know I'm probably never going to return to that series. I think I read it in like 2018 or something and literally have not touched it since. And if I want to return to that story, I'm probably just going to watch the movies on Netflix because I think they're super cute. So, you know, it was stuff like that. It was a lot of YA. I got rid of some more of my editions of Alice. I just don't feel the need to have so many anymore. Sir. You know, and like no one is telling me to unhaul, no one is pressuring me to unhaul. It's just something I feel like doing, so I'm doing it. And while my shelves are god awful ugly right now, I am much happier with the collection that I still have. I actually have a project in the works for next year to actually try and condense it down some more, but in a way that would be like more fun to watch, I think. Don't eat quarters. We don't eat quarters. No. Kittens, man. Kittens. If anything, they've sparked this unhaul because I have no idea how long they're going to be living in the library, and there's just too much fucking stuff for them to get into. A crazy thing happened yesterday, as you would have seen if you follow me on Instagram. I listened to an audiobook yesterday. Now, before y'all get too excited and shooketh, it was my last audiobook. I had gone through my Libby app already and like gotten rid of all of the audiobooks I had that I wasn't listening to and all the ones that I had on hold. But this was the only one that I kept because I really wanted to give it a try. And my library didn't have an ebook in English, which I found really odd. So I held on to it. I wasn't supposed to get it for like several more weeks, but I guess everyone just powered through it like I did and just returned it. So I've already passed it on to the next person in line. There was like a long line for it still, so I passed that right along. But it was Between Two Kingdoms. I gave this 5 stars, you guys. 5 stars. And I put it in my wish list because I would like to annotate it. So this is a memoir. I found this because I was looking for other books that were like Nomadland. I really like books about people who are living not in the conventional kind of way. I like people who live out of buses and vans and just don't have the traditional lifestyle. I am really fascinated by that. If I didn't have to work this stupid fucking full-time job, I would probably be doing something like that. So I like to read about it. I like to watch YouTube videos on it too. I follow a bunch of those channels of people who live out on the road and stuff like that because I think it's so interesting and I'm so jealous and I live vicariously through these people. So I saw this and like obviously by the cover, like I thought that was basically what I was going to be getting. I was talking to Beebs about it before she dropped me off at work and I finally read the synopsis. And this book is not that. Like it is a little bit. Like she does go on this massive road trip with her dog, but she is she's in a car. She's not like living out of her car in the technical sense. It mostly follows her journey through being diagnosed with leukemia when she was 22. and just going through that horrible process and being lucky enough to come out on the other side, and just having all of these things to reckon with, and like, how do you move forward, and how are you supposed to keep going when all these people around you aren't as lucky. And just, she really goes in depth about what the cancer experience was like, and it was just, oh god, like I cried so much reading this book, like to the point where I was throwing things in the trash can without turning around, because I didn't want anyone else in the warehouse to see me, like, just with tears streaming down my face. It was pretty bad. I cried so much. It really pulled on my heartstrings. And I love a good memoir, but I also love a memoir that reminds me that there is good in people, because I feel like I so rarely see that in my day to day. So it's a really nice reminder to know that not every single human is the fucking scum of the earth. So, and I think that made me emotional too. And just, it was so good. It was so good. I highly recommend it if you're interested in those kinds of stories. But it's really emotional. At least it was for me. But I hope that this lady writes more books, because I feel like she really has a way with words. And I really enjoyed the way that she told her story. Like, I felt like I was there. I felt like I was going through these things. And it just destroyed me, dude. Like, it destroyed me. But now I follow her on Instagram. I follow her dog on Instagram. Like, you know, now I have new stories to follow, which is always fun. I did read more of Autobiography by Morrissey when I came home. I didn't read that much more because I was tired. I'm only like 15% through, I think. It's so dramatic. Like, I mean, Morrissey is not Morrissey unless he's heavy on the dramatics. And I love it. I love it so much. It's very slow going. Like, I don't think this is something I'd recommend to anyone unless you've been seeing the quotes that I've been posting on my stories about it and just like really think they're hilarious, or you just absolutely love Morrissey and the Smiths. I don't think I would recommend this to the average reader. He does go on and on and on about like what's topping the charts, and like talking about all these musicians I've never fucking heard of before because it's the 1970s and I was not even alive. But other than that, I find it really fascinating. I'm still in his childhood. I think we've entered in his teenage years now. But still, it's very slow going. But I mean, obviously, I'm only 50% in. Obviously, it's autobiography. So yeah, he's going to go into like his whole entire fucking life. I haven't read an autobiography, I think, since school. But it's memoirs or it's a biography. So it's been an interesting reading experience in that regard. But that's all I have going for today. It's another work day. I'll probably be back on my bandsplain shit. I don't think I have anything else going on. And that's it. Happy Friday. This should be the last angle from here for a couple of days because we finally reached the end of the work week. I had a terrible night's sleep last night. Because I have to get up so early and I read before bed, I'm usually passed out by 9 o'clock, which is also a contributing factor of why you don't get many updates from me after work. Because by the time I come home and do all the things that I need to do and unwind just a smidge, like, I'm out. But I had a really terrible dream that woke me up at around like 10:30. And I couldn't get back, like, I couldn't relax enough to even try and go back to sleep for like another hour. So I did get through a little bit more of Autobiography by Morrissey. It is still very slow going, but he's finally met Johnny Marr. So I feel like things are going to start picking up a bit in that aspect. This boy needs to get out of Manchester, is really what the problem is. we need a little bit of movement. We need a little bit of change of scenery. There's still some hilarious ass lines, but I'm ready for just like a little bit more substance. And I know that I should probably start other books to finish things and have more things to talk to you about, but I want to read about Morrissey. That's just what I want to read. Yeah, so I mean, and even after reading for like an hour, I still had trouble falling back asleep. So I kind of tossed and turned for the rest of the night, and I'm sure the bags under my eyes are intense. The glasses kind of like distract from them a bit, but I'm sure when I get ready this morning and look in the mirror, they're going to be really intense. As always, I don't know how much reading is going to get done this weekend because I usually fill the weekend with other shit I have to do that doesn't get done during the week. My main focus, though, are the shelves. I can't handle them looking like this anymore. They are a hot mess. Most of it is my own doing, but a lot of it is having to move so much stuff up because of the kittens. I saw them get on the third shelf yesterday, so we've got big problems. I have an idea in my head of how I want to organize the books this time because I have a lot less, and if I can get it to look how it does in my head, I think it'll be fun. It'll be kind of different than what a lot of other people do to their shelves, which will be nice. And I think it'll also give me a better background when I'm on the floor doing my sit down videos, because right now, like, I'm really just in front of a couple of dictionaries and empty space, and it bugs the crap out of me during editing every single time. So I'm trying to fix that a bit more. And I think I have something in mind that'll work. I don't know if I want to keep my books lumped together in these categories still, or if I want to go back alphabetical or do rainbow or whatever else. I'm not sure. I haven't decided. But knowing me and how I feel like this is already going to be kind of tricky, I'll probably just end up doing alphabetical, which is fine. I don't have 500 Cassandra Clare books and Sarah J. Maas books breathing down my neck, so it won't look so blocky. So there's that. So you should get more talking from me after work today. But this is just how it is. Like, I want a weekly vlog so bad, but it's like I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I go to sleep. It really doesn't leave much time for anything else. So it is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm starting construction on the shelves tonight. I've taken down all of the trinkets and knickknacks. All that's left, aside from like my plush right here, is all of Beeb's stuff. I need to figure out where she wants it. But holy crap, look how barren, odious these shelves are. Yeah, I've got plans in my head, but holy shit. And also keep in mind, this whole shelf, that's all Beeb's books. So like, oh, there's hardly anything left. Oh my goodness. It feels good though. It looks a hot mess right now, that's for sure. I'll keep you posted. We've got something starting to happen here. I still gotta move all the Beeb's books. Hi, Beebs. Hello. Happy Saturday. Look at my shelves. I did a rainbow thing. They still need a lot of work, but the bones are here, which is well. It brings so much more light into the room as well. We have a pile of books to sell, so we're heading out into the hot heat to get rid of these because I've got no space for them. They can't be in my closet. They have to go. No reading has gotten done, except a little bit of Morrissey last night before I fell asleep. He's in the Smiths. He's ranting and raving about his record label. Very heavy on the dramatics. I don't think anybody cares. So let's go to Half Price. Just kidding. We didn't end up going to Half Price when I said we were. I got a really bad headache and took a nap instead, but we're going to go now. I'm waiting for Beebs to bring her mom's car around because ours is still broken. We haven't done anything today except like hang out with the kittens, and I've been fucking with my bookshelves because I redid them. So just really nothing worth showing. It's been like a super lazy, chill Saturday. It's Sunday, and I'm just here to close out the vlog. It's gotten away from me, as they tend to do. I started my period, so I just don't want anything to do with the world currently. I finished 2 books this week, which makes up half of the books read for June. And I finally made it to the halfway mark of Autobiography by Morrissey. I'm still having a good time with it. I don't expect anyone to pick it up on my recommendation or anything, unless you're like really into the Smiths and Morrissey as a being. But thank you for watching this if you watched it. Please give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you soon in a new one. Bye.